All right, guys. So the US has been accused of cultural imperialism. Yes, that's right. Cultural imperialism, right? Trying to impose our cultural values on other countries. And this time, Jamaica is accusing us of that, right? They're accusing us of that because our US embassy is flying the pride flag on their soil, right? So there's some people out there that are upset about this. They're not having it. So they went outside to protest and let them know that this was unacceptable. Take a look.
Cultural imperialism, the phrase in most of the placards, broadly refers to the exercise of domination in cultural relationships. In such cases, the values, practices, and meaning of a powerful foreign culture are imposed upon one or more native cultures.
And as you might be able to see in the background, the U.S. Embassy continues to fly the LGBT flag, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender flag, in breach of the Vienna Convention, Articles 31E, Article 20, and Article 41, right? They are being hostile towards our laws, our culture, and our own democratic system. Instead of flying the Jamaican flag for independence, they have decided to fly that flag, and that is an insult to our country.
Philippa Davies, advocacy officer for the Jamaica Coalition for a Healthy Society, says the flag represents life practices that threatens the Jamaican culture and the teachings of the Bible. She says it also affects the health of the society.
You have to understand what that multicolored flag represents. It represents normalizing perverse sexual behaviors and lifestyle choices, behaviors and lifestyles that lead to disease and death. Our Christian duty is to speak the truth in love.
Protesters say they've been peacefully protesting that the flag be taken down since the day it was raised, but are shocked it remains on the flagpole up to Emancipendence Week. Efforts to contact the U.S. consulate and a member of the LGBTQ group on Friday proved futile. However, the protesters say they will continue to stand against the flying of the rainbow-colored flag, describing it as a symbol of disrespect on Jamaican soil.
Article 20 specifically says the only flag that should fly is their national flag. The LGBT flag is not their national flag. Their own people have not agreed to that at all, okay? And so they're in breach of it. They need to be held accountable. And I challenge anybody from the U.S. Embassy to debate me this on a national stage.
This man pulled out the Vienna Conventions, right? He went all the way back to the 1960s to say why this is wrong, okay? Why it's wrong, right? And hey, I gotta say, listen, when it comes to the idea of a, U.S. embassy that is on foreign lands, okay, official federal government property, okay, flying a flag that's not our actual national flag, I agree, right? Like, you shouldn't do that, right? Why are we doing that? We didn't agree that was our national flag. It ain't really got anything to do with the LGBTQ community or their lifestyle or being homophobic or any of that. It has nothing to do with that whatsoever. It's really out of a matter of principle. It really is. Because there are people that are not going to appreciate that type of, again, cultural imperialism. And it's funny because we don't do this in Saudi Arabia, right? Are we flying a pride flag at a Saudi Arabia? Our embassy over there? No. Hell no. Why not? Because we know that their government wouldn't put up with that, right? That their people wouldn't put up with that. But we'll do it in a little country like Jamaica, in which, apparently there are people there that are opposed to this. Now, some people are saying, it ain't that many people out there. Well, I mean, listen, at the end of the day, that doesn't matter in regards to whether it's right or wrong. Okay? It doesn't matter in regards to whether it's right or wrong. The problem is that our government thinks that they can fly a flag that's not the national flag at a place of official government business in another country. That's wrong, right? I don't care what flag it is, okay? And see, that's what people will say. Well, so are you saying that you're against equality for the LGBTQ? No, that's not what I'm saying. Obviously, again, I don't want to discriminate against anybody. But this is not a matter of discriminating against people, right? That's not what it's a matter of. It's really a matter of our federal government showing favoritism towards a certain group of people or a political movement. Because that's what you're doing, right? That's what you're doing. You're showing favoritism towards a certain group of people or political movement. Now, I'm principled on this. Just like if it was a Black Lives Matter flag, I'd be like, no, even though I don't support Black Lives Matter. But if it was, a Trump flag or, some flag associated with a conservative movement or a right-wing movement, I would be like, no, you can't do that. You should not be flying these flags on federal property, right? Or at a U.S. embassy abroad, period. The only flag that should be flown is Old Glory. Okay, because that is our national flag. That is the flag that unifies everybody. So when you're flying other flags, that is inherently divisive. What essentially it's the federal government saying that we favor other people over everybody else, that other people get special treatment over everybody else, or that we align with a certain political movement, right? That's essentially is what it says. That's essentially what it says. Right? And in my opinion, that is inherently divisive. And it's funny because those people on the left, they should be the main ones speaking out against this, because aren't they opposed to U.S. imperialism in general? Aren't they the ones that's always talking about how the U.S. should keep its nose out of international business, right? We should keep our nose out of trying to influence these small countries and impose our values and our military and all this other stuff on these small countries. Aren't they the ones that's supposed to be against that? What do you think this is? This is the exact same thing. This is cultural imperialism, right? That's what it is. So if you're against it when it comes to stuff like that, you got to be against it when it comes to this too, because that's what it is. And guys, can you imagine if the U.S. Embassy was flying a Trump flag? Okay, if they flew a Trump flag, how much the left would freak out? Okay, how much they would speak out against that and say that that's wrong, right? That's what they would do if it was a Trump flag. So again, if you would do that in that scenario, which I have no doubt that they would, then you got to do it for this as well too. That's being consistent. So, like I said, man, I don't understand why something so simple has to be so controversial. Like, why they have to get this wrong? Just fly the American flag, right? We didn't sign up for the federal government to be showing favoritism towards certain groups of people, right? Again, whether that's right or left, okay? Because the American flag is what unites us all. And when they do this, again, you're sending subliminal messages to people that, hey, we favor certain groups of people. And again, like I said, it's not about, being homophobic or not, recognizing LGBTQ rights. Nope. I'm for equality for everybody, right? And part of having equality for everybody is not showing favoritism towards certain groups of people, especially from the federal government. That's what it's about, right? All these people that talk about they want equality, okay, great. I'm right there with you. So if you want it, you have to truly treat everybody the same. But for whatever reason, these people that claim they want equality, it seems like, oh no, we want special treatment. We want to be recognized above others because, we've been historically discriminated against. And that's not how it works, right? That's not necessarily how it works. It's not how it works. So like I said, man, I mean, hey, I just find it kind of hilarious that, these Jamaicans are protesting this, okay, and speaking out against this, whether that's on, just being disrespectful towards their country or religious grounds or whatever. I just find it interesting because, again, these same people that align with the left are the same people that's supposed to be against U.S. Imperialism, but they seem to not have an issue with the U.S. flying these types of flags and opposing, some of these cultural values that I would say are not even like dominant in the United States or other countries, right? They're silent on this, okay? When they're supposed to be against this type of stuff. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.